So in the last week, I've shown two different couples a bunch of different houses, and with both of them, we ended up having the same exact conversation about a topic that comes up all the time, and that is, should we be looking at a home that's kind of a fixer, or should we look at one that's been totally rehabbed and is completely turnkey? It's a very common conversation, and there are positives and negatives to either way. Now, one of the realities of the marketplace that I've noticed is the significant impact over the last few years that shows like Fixer Upper or Flip or Flop or those sorts of shows have had on the thinking and the planning for home buyers. What generally ends up happening now is people will watch the two brothers do a full-on rehab on a Saturday night, and that's exactly the house that they want to see and buy on Sunday. So the fixer-upper game, not for pros, right? I'm not talking about flippers trying to do a profit. I'm talking about people that are trying to buy their own primary residence, what is the best way that they should go, and the things, most importantly, that they need to think about before doing so. Here's a couple of before pics on a house in Costa Mesa from about 8 months ago when it initially sold. Literally, these are the exact pics that the realtor used on the MLS. And now, this is what it looks like, hitting the MLS just this week. Back in November, the investors paid just over $800,000, and now they're asking $1.2. It is a perfect example of a fully rehabbed turnkey home. On the other hand, here are a couple of different homes that are on the market right now that I saw this week. Obviously, these homes are definitely still in their before stage. So what's the better way to go? So I've created a list, 3 positives, 3 negatives about either way. Let's take a look at those. For a turnkey, fully rehabbed home, advantage number 1 is that it's turnkey. You literally only need to call a locksmith. They just turn the keys over to you and everything's done. Advantage number 2, it's so easy. There's no planning or designing needed. All the difficult and creative work has already been done. Advantage number 3 is timing. Immediate move-in. There's no waiting, no patience required. You literally can close escrow on one day, line up the moving trucks on the next. Right, so these might be kind of obvious, but there are also some downsides, and let's look at 3 of those. Downside number 1, they cost more. The acquisition cost, the upgrades, the carrying costs, plus the profit all have to be included in the price, and you as the buyer are going to have to pay for all those things. Disadvantage number 2, construction questions. Knowing that the enemy of every flipper is costs, you're right to wonder if shortcuts were taken, or if anything was ignored, or if there's things going on that you can't see that should have been addressed right from the start. And disadvantage number 3, style and design choices. With a turnkey home, you're essentially getting a home that was pre-designed for you without the benefit of your input or your opinion. So almost exactly on the flip side is a fixer-upper. Let's look at the positives and the negatives of those. Advantage number 1, lower acquisition cost. The marketplace right now significantly discounts for age, design, and wear and tear. And there's no rehab or profits to pay for as well. You'll get the house for way less money. Advantage number 2, design and style choices. You can truly make a home yours and put in exactly what you want. And advantage number 3 is construction quality. If you're overseeing the project and have a good contractor, you can make sure that everything is done exactly right. Okay, so those positives are amazing. Who wouldn't want the benefit of those 3 things? Well, there's some downsides that go along with them. Disadvantage number 1, time. And this may be the biggest negative of all. A major remodel can take 6-9 months or longer. And even if it's a minor one, like just a small kitchen refresh or a bathroom redo, that can take a few months. Downside number 2 is costs and financing. In most cases, rehab work is usually done on a cash basis. There are ways to finance improvements, of course, in some cases, but they're complicated and they are not inexpensive. When you buy a rehab turnkey home, home, you can finance the entire purchase price. Disadvantage number 3, undiscovered problems. This is the biggest potential pitfall, something that drives the drama of all the Fix-It shows. Finding an unexpected and expensive problem after you've purchased a house and set up a budget and everything gets blown to hell. Now, of course, in the real world, it's not a binary choice. It's not a perfectly rehabbed turnkey home versus a complete gut remodel that's needed. There's an entire spectrum. In fact, just a few weeks ago, I helped some buyers close on a home, and they basically just put in new floors and repainted everything inside. Now, that cost them about $40,000, and it took a few weeks, but it wasn't a full gut job, but they had to consider. They closed escrow, couldn't move in for almost a month, and then they had to write a $40,000 check. Now, if you've got questions or comments about this, please get in touch with me. I'd love to talk to you further. Also, if you're considering buying a house in this marketplace, I would be happy to show you the systems that I use and the 5 strategies that I employ in helping you find the right house and the timing that's right for you. You can call me at 949-413-2371. You can email me, michael@housemgroup.com. And lastly, if you're watching this on YouTube, right here above my left shoulder has been a little letter I. Click on that. That will take you to a website where we can set up a strategy session and talk further. Thanks so much for watching and have a great day.